What's up, America? I'm Danny T. Welcome to the show. Well, I think Sabrina Carpenter is wrong for apologizing for her Coachella comments. I think it's a disservice to her fans, in my opinion. Uh, it's just crazy. Imagine spending hundreds of dollars on just the tickets to go to a 3-day music festival, not even bringing up, uh, food and drinks and travel expenses. If you want to stay somewhere out there at a hotel instead of staying out in a tent or even just the campgrounds. Imagine your favorite artist comes out on the stage or your favorite band, whatever it may be. It's pretty surreal feeling. Uh, Probably worth every penny at the moment. And then some gargoyle starts screeching out the Pakistani fertility prayer 3 feet away from your head. I think I'd be pretty livid. But we're supposed to be okay with it. It's someone else's culture. We're supposed to be accepting of other cultures. But what about our culture here in the United States? We definitely do have culture here. We definitely have a mutual group understanding of how we act in public and how we act at concerts or comedy festivals or anything like that. You know, I don't think I don't think it's okay to ruin everyone else's time there because of your culture. I do believe that if you come to this country, maybe check your culture at the door. If your culture was that great, you wouldn't have left in the first place. Um, yeah, maybe be more accepting of our culture here. And that's coming from me. I'm the son of immigrants. So, uh, yeah, my family didn't act like wild animals when they're out in public places. We were pretty respectful. I think it's not that much to ask for uh, your culture to be respectful of our culture instead of the other way around. If you're a guest in our home, if you're a guest in the United States of America, uh, yeah, that's really all I got on that. I just think, yeah, she definitely shouldn't have apologized. She should have stuck to her guns. Uh, that's all. But speaking of cultures and people who don't belong here, I spoke a few episodes back about Rubio revoking the green cards of a couple trust fund princesses from Iran out there, sending them back. He's in the process of revoking thousands of green cards from a lot of these elites just like them. They come here on asylum. They act like they fear for their lives and whatnot, but they still support these regimes or these family members that they claim they ran away from to come here. They still support these places. They still hate our country. And, it's my personal opinion. If you don't want to be here, if you don't love the United States, if you still love the country you came from more, then maybe you don't belong here. I'm fully okay with these green cards getting revoked, these people getting deported that don't belong here. I'm 100% okay with this. I know Rubio gets a lot of crap. I think not just him, but this entire administration is doing great. Um, I've said this before. I don't really consider myself a MAGA. I do think we should be America first and all that, but the reason I don't consider myself a MAGA is I've had the same feelings, same opinions on a lot of these issues before Trump came around. I'll have these same feelings and opinions after Trump's gone. Uh, I'm just a Republican. I don't need an extra title added to that. I'm an American. Um, I have no problem calling Trump out on things when he does things that I don't like or that I feel are not good for this country. But overall, I do think he's doing great. I think this whole administration is doing great. Um, I've never been prouder to be an American than these past few years. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments how you feel about what's going on, about this administration, about these green card being revoked, all that. Yes, let me know down there. Uh, Now, coming off of this, unfortunately, with the progress and strides we're making there, we're kind of going backwards in other places. I'm talking about the Stop Nick Shirley Act. Um, a lot of these crooked politicians are going after not just Nick Shirley, but people like him. In my opinion, I mean, they don't consider them journalists, but in my opinion, they're better journalists than what we have out there. They're actually out there trying to push truth, trying to bust up these frauds. I mean, the Minnesota fraud, we wouldn't have heard about the Leering Center if it wasn't for Nick Shirley and people like Nick Shirley. We have Dr. Oz out there in Cali busting up these hospice frauds like I've been talking about. Um, but people like Gavin Newsom, uh, they're not fans of Nick Shirley or people like that or podcasters that like to come out and blast the truth out. They like hiding their corruption. They've been doing a pretty good job of it before all these podcast warriors started popping up. I think it's great that we have people like Nick Shirley out there. I think everyone should be writing, your local officials, telling them to not push this through. I think we definitely need people like Nick Shirley and more people like Nick Shirley out there to bust up these frauds, shed some light on the lies that have been going on behind the scenes in our government for a very long time. It's getting harder and harder for these people to hide, and I love it. I think it's great, and I wish Nick Shirley luck with all this for all the podcasters out there, just like him trying to get the truth out there. I think it's amazing. I think the Nick Shirley Act is trash. I feel like the only people supporting this are people that have something to hide. Because why else wouldn't you let a guy like this go out there and expose frauds? It's just insane, especially Gavin Newsom. I mean, no stranger to fraud. Nothing's been sticking yet, but definitely tons of allegations, little paper trails coming out there all around his city with the hospice frauds I've been talking about. Hundreds of people have had their licenses taken away. Hundreds of hospices closing down with this Medicaid fraud, Medicare fraud, all down the board. It's just insane how it's going on, and Gavin Newsom is the face of wanting the Stop Nick Shirley Act to get pushed out. I think he's one of the most corrupt politicians we have out there right now. You can say what you want about where California is shining. The places they are falling is enough to take that away. You look at places like Florida. I mean, they're doing well without all the crime and homeless all over the place. And I wouldn't want to live in Cali. I don't know if you live in Cali. Let me know what it's like out there, but it sounds terrible out there with everything going on. It's a little too blue for me. Uh, Kind of like my hometown. I grew up in Ohio. We have a rhino out there, DeWine. There's this Medicaid fraud has been spilling over into Ohio too. Over the past few years, about 9 businesses have been uh, exposed for the fraud that they've been doing out here. One doctor has been charged so far. I'm sure more is to come. DeWine, I'm not a fan of in general all around, not just with letting fraud pop up in our city and being not so tough on the crime out there. This man also has one of the cities out in Ohio is now a trans sanctuary. So if you tell your kid maybe they should wait till they're 18 and think about what they want to do, they can run away to Ohio now, which is supposed to be a red state, and it's a trans sanctuary now, which in my opinion is bullshit. I don't care what you do as an adult, but leave the kids alone. Uh, leave your mental derangements to yourself. Uh, I can't do it. I've been wanting to blast DeWine for a long time. Just want to put him out in the spotlight while I'm talking about this Medicaid fraud, the Medicare fraud, the hospice frauds, all that seem to be spilling over in Ohio now. It's pretty crazy to me. Coming off of that, Tyler Robinson, his trial was keeps getting postponed. You know, the Robinsons attorneys, they want to slow things down a little bit. Eric or Kirk is trying to press for a speedy trial. I understand that's opposite. Normally, it's the victims don't get the speedy trial. It's for the defendants. But I think in this case, it's just whatever. I I'd like to see Tyler Robinson put behind bars already. I think there's more than enough evidence for that, in my opinion. I understand innocent till proven guilty, but between the text messages, the writings on the bullets, him pretty much confessing, all the surveillance videos of him around town, uh, I just find it hard to believe some of these other theories floating around there. One of the main ones is Candace. Um, I really don't want to talk shit about other podcasters out there, but I think Candace Owens is a special case. Uh, I really used to respect her. I really used to like her. I just feel lately it's just baseless bullshit that she's pushing out for views. I know Candace Owens really wants this trial to go nice and slow, so she can keep pushing out her content. Just lies, in my opinion. I've yet to see one fact connecting anything to anyone, but Mr. Robinson there, it's just insane to me. I feel like Candace is going to be proven wrong once court starts coming out, once evidence starts coming out. Definitely interested to see what she's going to do for content or how she's going to bounce back from this when everything she's been talking about since Charlie Kirk's assassination is going to come out to be bullshit. I mean, I've heard her talk about everything from bees to the French to Israel to Erica Kirk, all of it. It's just it's wild. I've seen no receipts, no proof of anything. It's just stories. I think anyone can just come out and say whatever they want, and it doesn't matter if you don't have anything backing it up. I don't think it should be believed. It's just stories. Uh, it's like on the track of like Alex Jones. At least Alex Jones is entertaining, in my opinion. At least Alex Jones is right sometimes with the crazy theories he comes out with, but everything coming out with Candace, it's just insane. I think it could tarnish a jury. I mean, people that listen to what she's saying and the BS and they believe it, you know, when the real evidence is presented in front of them, it may sway their opinion on where to go. I just think what she's doing is counterproductive, especially if you claim Charlie Kirk was your friend. You're out there blasting out text messages and secret conversations you guys had together. It doesn't sound like a friend to me. It just sounds crazy. She's in my opinion just tearing down everything Charlie Kirk built for himself, his name, his legacy, all that. She's attaching her face to it. You can't even mention Charlie Kirk or anything about that incident without Candace popping up. She's just kind of gluing herself to the tragedy there, keeping her face out there, staying current. I, I I'd like to believe her, but just show me some type of proof. Uh, there's just not. It's not there. It's just crazy. Um, I mean, her going after a widow just feels gross to me. It just feels wrong. I feel if Erica Kirk had anything to do with this or any knowledge of it, I feel like she'd be investigated by now. Normally, they go after the spouse first, and things like this. I just feel there's too much evidence uh, pointing towards Tyler for it to be anyone else. It's just crazy. I'm not a closed-minded person. You can sway me in different directions if the proof is there. I just need the proof, and I'm not seeing it. I just don't think it's there. I think she's just pushing out content to get clicks, to get views, uh, which is fine, but don't come out and act like you're a journalist. You're just not. You're making up stories. I feel like it's all coming out of jealousy. It's all just BS. You know, I love a good conspiracy theory. I do. I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite things to do in my spare time when I have time to myself is just sit and watch UFOs or cryptids or JFK or anything like that. But what makes a really good conspiracy theory, in my opinion, is you need a little bit of truth sprinkled in there somewhere. You need something you can point to and be like, yes, but maybe. And there's just no maybe with anything Candace Owens is pointing to. It just seems like baseless content. It's just story time with Candace, which I just find crazy. She used to be a really good source of information for me. I used to enjoy listening to her, and it's just I can't. It's like Tucker. It's like all these guys, and girls out there are just switching up. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know how they still consider themselves Republicans. It's sad, when you say that you're a Republican, you get lumped in with some of these people that don't share any of your values or views. It's just weird. I think we need more party names out there to lump some of these people in there with. because I just don't feel like they belong in the same party as me. I don't know how you feel about it, but it's just crazy. On top of the conspiracies, I mean, we're pretty much just watching Candace Owens stalk Erica. It's just every episode is, what Erica had for lunch, where she is now, where she's shopping, what's she doing. Oh my God, she's laughing. Oh, geez, she just lost her husband. How could she be laughing? Who's who gives you the right to say how people grieve, how I grieve, how Erica should grieve, how you know? And again, if Erica did this, uh, I'm sure some type of proof would be out there other than just Candace sitting in her basement or wherever she records recording. It's just it's insane. Um, I also feel like she's trying to get Erica hurt. I mean, there were two people who did violent crimes, attempted violent crimes, and they said they were inspired by Candace to do these things. I'll leave the sources and the links down there. Uh, so I feel when you already have people like that as your fan base, and then you're putting Erica Kirk in the spotlight like that, I feel like you just want her to get hurt. I don't know why, where it's coming from. It's got to be jealousy. There's people believing that maybe Erica had, or I'm not Erica, maybe Candace had some type of crush on Charlie, and now she's mad at Erica. It's just weird to me. It's like Gossip Girl stuff. It's high school drama BS. It's just jealousy. I mean, Candace is a millionaire, and she's calling Erica an elite, the elite class. Like you're just calling someone with a little more money than you elite. You're elite, Candace. Like it's insane. I don't fully agree with Loomer on a lot of things. I do believe Loomer is a real journalist, unlike Candace, and Loomer has been going after Candace, and I think it's wonderful that someone that has a platform and a leg to stand on is going after Candace. Erica Kirk can't. If she defends herself, it just incriminates her. All she can do is sit there and be quiet and take it. If she fights back, it makes her look bad. If she does anything, it's just going to make her look bad. Candace has her in a corner, and it's kind of crazy. And again, it's gross watching someone pick on a widow. To me, it's a low blow. There's other people out there, if you want to have some beef with them or make content, maybe someone that didn't lose their loved one the past year, pick on one of them. Pick on someone that can, go back at you. I'd love to see Loomer and Candace have a beef together. At least that would be entertaining. It's not just someone platformed picking on a widow. It's just wild to me. On top of that, just bitching about how Erica is friends with the president and Vance. And I mean, maybe if you weren't a conspiracy theorist, you did actual journalism. Maybe if you did something other than just bash a widow and make a fool of yourself, you could be in the White House, you could be doing these things. I remember there was a time Candace was considered for Trump's VP, whether it was a joke or not. I mean, it was out there, and you know, Candace's life could have been a little different than it is now. I understand she's got the money and the clicks, but as I said, once this trial starts, I don't think it's going to look too good for her narrative or the BS she's been pushing out. Um, Out of the two, I- I'd rather my daughter grow up to be a Erica Kirk than a Candace Owens. I feel like Candace Owens is just a bitter, evil person lately. I feel like this whole show has just turned into bashing Candace. It's not what I want it to be, but yeah, something I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and why not? Right now seems like the perfect time. But let me know what you think down in the comments, America. If you like the things I talk about, give my channel a like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Rumble, and I'll see you later, America.